A lot of times you're going to be given just ordered pairs. And you have to determine what type of triangle can be created with those ordered pairs, with those endpoints. Well, what you want to do is you need to plot them. Bless you. Well, remember, when you plot things, the x's are first, the y's are second, so it goes -5, 2 is the x, is -5, the 2 is the y. But you also have to remember which one is which as far as the axes are concerned on the graph. Remember, the x values go left and right, the y values go up and down. So what I want to do is plot this. -5 and 2. Right about there. -1, -7. -8, -4. And we create ourselves a triangle. So what we're going to do is we need to figure out the side lengths so that way we can check via the Pythagorean theorem what type of a triangle is created. Well, there's no reason for us to do distance formula because that takes too long. But what we can do is what we can count. All you have to do is count. Ready? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots. I went up 6. I need to go over 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots. So I have side lengths of 6 and 3. In order to figure out that diagonal, all I need to do now is use the the Pythagorean theorem. I forgot what it's called. 6 squared plus 3 squared. It's going to, guys, come on. What's 6 squared? 3 squared. 36 and 9 is? Now here's the thing. What we need to do now is that's going to be equal to the c squared. All you have to do is take the square root of it. But when we do this type of stuff on graph paper, don't simplify the radical. Just say that c is the square root of 45. The reason that we do that is because it's going to be easier for us to compare side lengths if they are all in radical form. And I'll show you what that's going to look like here in a minute. All right? We do it again. Count. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4. I went over 4. I count down. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6. 5. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots. 7 little, 8 little, 9 total spots. Hooray for that side. So I have one side length of 4, one side length of 9. So 4 squared and 9 squared. Let's see. 16 and 81?
Yeah.
16 and 81 is how much? Okay. So that side length is 97. And we have one more to go. Ready? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots, 7. I went across 7. Now I gotta go up. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 7 squared and 3 squared. Well, what's 49 and 9? So now the reason why I left everything in what's called simplified radical form is now that every one of those values are all underneath the radical, I can just look at the numbers and tell which one of those is the longest. Which one of those is the longest side length? The root 97. So we go back to what you did yesterday. You check. You check. Well, the square root of 97 squared, what's that in relationship to the square root of 45 squared and the square root of 58 squared? And we've talked about this before as well. The square root of junk squared is junk. So the square root of 97 squared is 97. What's 45 and 58? You have a calculator, I'm just using my brain. What? 103. So is the longer side shorter, longer, or equal to the sum of the other two? Which means it is what kind of a triangle? A cube. Done. What you're doing here, guys, is that we're just walking through the triangle by counting the side lengths. You're using Pythagorean theorem basically 3 times for the sides and the 4th time to check what type of triangle it is. It is extraordinarily straightforward. There's no trickery or anything like that. Well, there isn't. I'll show you another one. Let's try this one. 3 ordered pairs. -2 and 4, 6 and 0, -5 and -2. Oh man. That's cool. Let's plot them. -2 and 4, 6 and 0, -5, -2. And what do you think we're going to do next? We're going to count. Ready?
No.
One and a 2, and you know what to do. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots. There's a 6. What? At least it's keeping you awake. Go over. 1 little, 2 little, 3. Right. 6 squared plus 3 squared is, this will be 45, so we'll leave that side length as just the square root of 45. So this one is root 45. And we go again. Ready?
Yeah.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots, 7 little, 8. 8. That'd be fun. Let's go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4. So I have a 4 squared and an 8 squared. 4 squared and 7 years ago. Sorry. What is that? 16 and. Yes, I'm an idiot. Thank you. 16 and 64 is 80, I believe.
Yeah, it's 80.
So we have the square root of 80 over here. Count again. 1 little 2. It's so anticlimactic. it's a 2 squared. Now we go all the way back. Ready? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little spots, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little spots, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little spots, 10, oh my Lord, I need to add another spot. It's an 11. So let's see. Counting card. Unless you have 11 fingers. You get a 125 here. So with this one being the square root of 125, can't I just look at these 3 values right away? So which of those 3 is the larger? So is the 125 smaller, less, or smaller, greater, or equal to 45 and 80? It's equal. It is equal, so therefore it is what kind of a triangle? It's the right triangle. There you go. You have 6 on here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 7 through 12. Don't use this graph paper. The graph paper on here sucks. It counts by 2s. It's a pain in the butt. Don't use it. Guess what graph paper you should use? The one I gave you. You know why? Because it's 10 by 10. It's easier to count. You don't have to try and count by 2s or anything like that, okay? What's up?
What?
I hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
Should be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you should be anyway. All right, get those 6 done for Monday. We'll collect all this on Monday and go from there. The ones with the graphs. I think 7 and 12.
Oh, I'm next.
What's up?
Okay, I know it's like in like 2 days when I get back, but Tuesday I'm not going to be here. I'm going to elementary school.
That's fine. Probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we're probably doing all the same stuff. So you'll see it on Monday, you'll see it again on Wednesday. So you should be all right.
Okay.
Watch the videos and stuff like that too, and you'll get caught through. It takes a while to get through that stuff. But thank you for letting me know.